Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time we're looking at They Always Run by Alawar Premium. They Always Run is a sci-fi Metroidvania platformer game with a little bit of Dark Souls thrown in for good measure. I've really been looking forward to this game as the developer had some fantastic artwork and have been very active in promoting the game, and it definitely gave me some Dead Cells vibes. Now, as you guys know, I really enjoyed Dead Cells and I've been looking for another similar game. They Always Run isn't quite on the same level as Dead Cells, but it comes damn close. This is one of my contenders for one of the best games of the year. It's a fantastic game, and today we're going to show you the first part of the campaign. Let's have a look at They Always Run. The game begins in a dive bar with our main character being questioned by some minions of Harry the Rat. Harry is a mark, our first bounty. We're trying to get a bead on him, and unfortunately these guys have gone and spilled our beer. Now, as you know, spilling a man's beer is a cardinal sin, so they just made this very personal. Now, these guys don't know that I am a 3-armed mutant, with a penchant for very sharp, sticky objects. We're about to paint this bar red. Now, we are very mobile. We have a number of different attacks that we can use. We've got our basic swords. We can also parry. We can use our third arm to stun enemies. When enemies block, we can use our third arm, like so, opening them up for the coup de grace with our sword. Now, using our third arm takes energy, so we can get that back with a successful parry. If we get the parry right, we will instantly kill an enemy and we'll get some energy back to use our arm. Now, parrying is something I've struggled with, but it's very well done in this game. Once you get it down pat, it makes the battles a lot smoother. You're surrounded by me. You only need one of me to take you guys out. Multi-parry attacks are very hard to pull off, but when you do, they are very, very rewarding. We also have our third arm, which can do some massive damage with a sneak attack. Now we've taken out all of these minions, you're going to tell me where your boss is. Knock knock. Where are you, rat? Yeah, unfortunately the rat lived up to his name and he didn't fight very fair. He's knocked us out and we have to now go to prison. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Got a little bit of a tutorial on how to use our third arm, which is very handy because we're going to be relying on it quite a lot through the campaign. And now we are going to move on to the prison, where we will start to plot our escape. We now have the simple goal to escape, and that was made rather easy by the fact that the rat left us in a flimsy cell with one guard and our swords in easy reach. Did you find out who our guest is? He's an ordinary hunter boss, but it says here that he's dead. Don't believe the rumours. Well, I'm not dead, but your men are about to be. So I've gotten reasonably good at the parrying in the game. Parrying is something that I found incredibly frustrating in games like Dark Souls. But I think it's a little bit of an art form. It's something that you just have to get good at. In this game, for some reason, parrying just came naturally to me. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, and I definitely need a lot more practice, but it just the mechanics of it just feel very smooth. One problem though that I found is when you're having a discussion with another character, like the shipboard AI at the moment, you'll need to wait for that conversation to end, because while you're talking to someone, it disables parrying. A very easy way to get yourself killed. There are also a number of different ways to approach enemy areas. You can go for a stealth approach. You can go in guns blazing. You let your swords do the talking, or you can go for a little slower, stealthier approach. I like to do a little bit of both, depending on the situation and the number of enemies. In this case, there's only 3 of them, so I'm just going in hardcore. That, and I'm pretty confident in my swordsmanship. Kicking dudes in the head, stabbing dudes, it's all part of the bounty hunter's life. Next thing we need to do is open up the inner prison. Our computer friend will be able to do that if we can get him access to a terminal. Oh, nice, another double parry. Not too bad if I do say so myself. They're pretty hard to pull off, but I seem to be doing it fairly regularly now. Next thing we need to do is open up this security door. Thankfully, the security in this prison is pretty lackluster at best. And thankfully, not many of the enemies are armed with firearms, or would be in a lot of trouble. There are some limited stealth options in the game. I found that it's not really used as much as I would like. It would have been nice to see some more stealth sections, sneaking through, taking out enemies one at a time. It's only really used a little bit through the levels. You'll kill the odd enemy with a stealth attack. Okay, we now have the inner prison open. And access to our first upgrade, a Cyber Heart element. If you get 3 of these, you get a permanent upgrade to your health. I don't need to explain to you how important that is. Now, this is the first and the last Cyber Heart element gimme, one that's just out in the open. The rest we're going to have to work to find. In fact, that was something I didn't do enough of. I didn't hunt down enough of the upgrades in the game. Oh, damn it, too slow. Getting rolled, I'm getting rolled, son! Let's get out of here. Strategic retreat, that's what I call it. I wasn't running, I was retreating. So I took a little bit of damage there. Hopefully I can make it up. Health items are very rare in this game, and it is unfortunately very easy to get into a position where you've used up all your health, you get to a boss battle, and you put yourself in a situation where it's impossible to win. meaning you will have to redo some levels, but I guess that's part of the challenge of the game. I didn't find it to a frustrating degree, and I think I kind of set myself up for it when I wasn't exploring the early levels in the game enough. I'm sure if I had found more cyber heart elements and more upgrades to my pouches to carry more health, it would have been a lot easier. There's also a number of different ways to approach the enemy encounters. I could just drop down there and attack that guy, but a better move would be to drop down here, stealth kill this guy, and then hopefully bait this guy into an attack. Like so. Okay, I was only going for one, but I'll take three. Oh, damn it, I wasn't fast enough. I only got shot once. I'd rather get shot 0 times, but not too bad, considering the odds. 5 to 1. We doing alright? I've got a few upgrades. And a little bit of money. We'll be able to get more upgrades and more powerful items later in the game. Spend our money on some nice toys. I love the art direction in this game too, even just sections like this, where you'll have, where the game will just go to this like silhouette style black and white. It's just really well done. Very, very nice. It's very easy to get lost in the background sometimes and not watch what you're doing. It'd be very interesting to see if this is purely pixel art. It kind of feels like a mix of pixel art and 3D animation. It looks very impressive. I'd love to know who the artist was on this game. I'll have to look it up. Let's see if we can get to our friend here. Nice. Once you get rid of the ranged attackers, the rest are pretty simple. Easy done. Easy money and another loot crate. This game is gorgeous. I think that was the first thing that drew me to it. I don't often go for games that are just graphically pleasing, but as someone who's trying to understand art a little bit better, it's just you can appreciate when something's really well done, when a piece of art is just very well designed, and this game just oozes a nice pretty artwork. The artist knew what he was doing. Now I took a little bit of damage there, not my finest work, but certainly better than the first time I attempted this. We have a boss battle coming up, so I want to try and conserve my health as much as I can. There we go, now we're doing a little bit better. Later on you'll get far more options on how to attack enemies. Grappling hooks, pistols. You'll be able to throw enemies around, knock them into each other, attack from multiple directions. I mean, there is the combat in this game. It just gets better as the game goes on. I probably sound like I'm gushing about the game. It just is a really well done game. The combat in it is very, very smooth. And I've played enough clunky platformers to recognise a good one when I play it. I can understand why people really enjoyed this. This game had a very, very positive review on Steam. In fact, I think nearly everybody... There's not a lot of people who played it on YouTube, but of the few videos I've seen, it's almost all praise, and I can understand why. It's a very well done game, and I'm very interested to see what the developer does next. Now this is a very important upgrade. We've got an extra pouch, which means we can now carry 2 stim packs. We're going to need those for the boss fights, for sure. We just have to conserve our stim packs enough to be able to fill our belt. They tortured and killed another 3-armed mutant. Judging by what's left of his equipment, he was a hunter like me. Inspect him, and maybe you can find out who he is and notify his relatives. So this is a flashback. The Black Marshal, let me see him. There he is, boss. Now, Bloodhound, do you see where your curiosity got you? And my friend will have to liquidate everyone who came into contact with you. Isn't that right, Billy? Afraid so, boss. They don't call him Steel Jaw for nothing. But you can ease their suffering and save us a lot of time. No, boss, he wants them to suffer like him. Then why are we still talking to him? So the Black Marshal has ordered our death, along with the death of all the other 3-armed mutants. There's a whole race of 3-armed mutants out there, and they're basically waging a war of genocide against them. So you're a simple bounty hunter who gets caught up in this sweeping grand story. Our friend had a hunter's visor, which allowed him to mark high-value criminals. He doesn't need it anymore, unfortunately, but we'll make good use of it to net ourselves some extra funds. Activate the scanner. So when we scan criminals, this will give us an indication on whether we have one that has a bounty on them. And we can get an extra bit of cash by teleporting their dead body to the authorities. Now, of course, the teleportation technology is a little sus, but since they're not going to be able to complain about it, then we're going to do what we got to do. I'm going to wait until this guy comes underneath. I can take him out. 2 out of 3 in seconds. Now, this guy's pretty tough. I'm going to have to use my arm to stun him and get myself a little bit of extra money. He's carrying a key which will let us get into the inner prison, and a nice $500 credit reward. We definitely want more of those. Time to head down to the inner prison and face the first boss. Now, it'll be interesting to see if I can do any better. Nice, 2 out of 3 cyber heart elements. And a little bit of extra health. Hopefully we won't need it. I'm going to try and take this boss out without taking too much damage. What do we have here? A 3-armed bug. Do you see the other bug we crushed with our boot? His screams were so loud. I'm about to turn your friend into sushi. Now this guy's actually... he's pretty tough, but once you work out his attack pattern, he's not too bad. The only real attack that's very dangerous is that ground fire attack, because it's not very telegraphed, and you only have about half second to move. That being said, we managed to mess him up pretty bad without him getting a hit on us yet. Now we just have to rip open his armour and slice him open. Now we have the most dangerous battle, the dangerous phase of the battle. Because he gets an additional attack that allows him to attack from the front and behind. And we managed to take him out without even using a health pack. Very nice. Damn, it's because I took too long. So much for not using a health pack. It's okay, we can still rescue this if we're smart. Damn it. We got this, we got this. Oh, and you only need one more hit to kill. Oh, man. Let's stuff up. Still, we made it out, and I only used one health pack. I'm probably going to need another one now, because I'm on the brink of death. Not my best work. Now we have to catch up with the rat, and I mean, with only one health pack, it's going to be a pretty difficult fight. I want to try and bring him in alive if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll try. Oh. Now he's apart from being a craven coward, he's actually a pretty good fighter. And the boss battle will be hard because, as I said, I've only got one health kit. I'm going to have to be very clever. Probably die a few times, we'll see. I want to try and get it in one go, if I can. The boss battles in this game are, it is very easy if you don't watch yourself to get yourself in a position where you need to start again. I don't know if I'll be able to beat him with the current... I've only got 3 charges for this thing, so I'm going to have to... Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm doing well. One more ought to do it. Oh, come on. Oh, nice. I've got this. One more hit to the dome ought to do the trick. And bam, he's down. That was actually really easy. So we just captured the first boss alive, which was something I couldn't do last time. And I think we'll leave it here. I think it'll give you a bit of an idea on whether you want to pick up this game. It's a fantastic Metroidvania / Dark Souls platformer. It's very similar to Dead Cells, and I really enjoyed playing it. Like I said, I got halfway through the game before I even started this video, so if that isn't a glowing endorsement enough of whether to pick this game up, I don't know what is. Go and check this one out. It's on Steam at the moment. I think if you played games like Dead Cells, and if you're looking for another game like something like Blasphemous, then this would be a very good pick. Love to hear what you think of the video. Please leave me a like, leave me a subscribe if you're feeling kind, and hopefully you'll join me next time when we look at another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.